So make sure they don't say your room number out loud. Check every nook and cranny, just decline it and don't even have to worry about it as much. Hello explorers, Kid Explorer here, and today I'm back with another video about solo female travel, and today we're going to talk about hotel safety. Every few years we see articles in the news about something happening to a woman in a hotel room, being hurt, scared, taken, etc. And it definitely puts fear into our minds. So you definitely need to look at what you have to do to stay safe as you travel the globe, because some people are just not friendly to females. Whether at home or abroad or in another city or wherever you may be, you always have to keep that in mind, unfortunately. But you should not let that take you back. So today I'm going to give you 7 things that I do to make sure my hotel room is safe before I get settled and stay in the hotel room. And I want you to know those tips so you can keep those in mind of things you should try to do when you travel in the hotel room as well. But if you have any specific tips that you do, make sure you leave those down below in the comment box, because I would like to hear them as well, and you should share them with others. So now let's get into it. But first, if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it so you'll be notified when all of my videos release. Videos come out every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And on my channel, I'll talk about all things travel, photography, and the environment. It's free, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe. Now let's get into today's topic about solo female travel hotel edition. Let's go. Number 1. You should definitely take some time to research and read reviews and learn about any complaints or history on different hotels that you may stay in, specifically if there are chains you are not aware of. Because I have been reading articles and I'm not sure if they're true or not, so I'm not going to share misinformation about specific hotel chains that do promote or don't do much when it comes to human trafficking issues. So you definitely need to look into that and research reviews of any safety concerns or whatever before you even book your hotel room. Number 2, when you get to the hotel and you're checking in, make sure the receptionist does not say your hotel room number out loud. If they do say your hotel room number out loud, say something to them, complain about it, and then ask for another room. And why shouldn't they say it out loud? Because you don't know who is listening. You don't know who's in the lobby. You don't know who's around, who wants to know your actual room number to stop by your room later or follow you to your room, try to break into your room, whatever it may be. So don't let the receptionist say your number out loud. You could also even tell them before you get your information to not do that. Most recently, the hotels I've stayed in, they haven't been doing that for years for me, but it's definitely a red flag if they do. So make sure they don't say your room number out loud. When you go to your hotel room, before you get settled, do all of your checks. So when I walk into the hotel room, I actually have my backpack still on and my luggage near the door because I am checking for multiple things, bed bugs and safety. So I go through every part of the room, the closet, the bathroom, the bed, making sure there is no one in there. So you definitely want to check that. Make sure there is nothing, nowhere someone can hide. Check every nook and cranny to make sure the room is safe. Number 4, make sure you check the lock and the peephole on your door. Now, I learned about this peephole thing when I worked for a prior company, and their security team actually told us about this. Peepholes, you should not be able to see inside the room very clearly from the outside. But if you're inside, you obviously should be able to see very clear of who's at your door. But if your peephole has been removed from the door or it's not the way it should look, that means someone has purposely removed it. It could have been broken as well, but that also means someone could look into your room. So one thing you can do if the peephole has been removed, make sure you complain about it or find a way that you can cover up the peephole. I have actually covered up the peephole with Post-it notes multiple times, even if it is functioning, just in case it is visual from the outside, because you don't want someone spying on you when you're changing in the shower. Also, if the lock on the door is not reliable, definitely you need to change your room. I have actually done this in Australia, in Alice Springs. I actually went down and said the room was not safe because the peephole was not working right. Someone had removed a peephole and there was no extra lock. It just had the main lock there, but it didn't have any reinforcement lock. No double lock, no chain, no whatever that little flat thing that goes over the door. It had none of that. Not secure at all. The door was pretty flimsy, so I changed into an entirely different building. So if you feel like the door is not safe, you definitely need to complain and move your room immediately. Red flag, move the room, okay? Number 5, if your hotel room has a joint door, so there is another room next to you that has a door where you can connect to each other. That's usually if people are traveling together, they can reach out to each other through the joint door without going into the hallway. Now, I don't recommend having a hotel room with a joint door, but there are times where you go to hotels where they're actually full and there isn't any other option but a room that has a joint door to someone you don't know. But those joint room doors do have locks on them. So when you go into the hotel room, make sure if it is a joint door there, that you check that door to make sure you can lock it from your side and make sure it is secured before you get settled. You don't want a strange neighbor walking into your room in the middle of the night. Number 6, make sure you decline all housekeeping. I do not accept any housekeeping anywhere I go my entire trip. That's right. I don't get any type of housekeeping. I don't want someone in my room unauthorized. Now, that's not to say someone may not come in when you're not there and you just don't know it, but definitely decline it. I put up the do not disturb sign. You can tell the front desk that you don't want housekeeping because I don't want anyone messing with my bed or towels or anything of that nature. And I make sure I get my room clean like I want it. So I don't want housekeeping and I don't need people changing sheets and towels every day. Like, that's crazy and a waste for the environment. I don't do that at home. Why do it at a hotel? So decline housekeeping, because that also means someone is in your room. They could be looking at your stuff. They could be trying to steal stuff. They could be setting something up. They could stay in your room. Who knows what could happen with housekeeping? Just decline it and don't even have to worry about it as much. And lastly, number 7, if you get room service, make sure you hold the door open for room service. So if they bring the food in, stay at the door, hold the door open, have them come in and go right back out. And if they try anything funny, you are already at the door, so you can just head on out and run as fast as possible down the hall. Don't leave them in the room or with you in the room with the door shut. Okay, that is my 7 tips for safety in your hotel room. What tips did I miss that you do? Leave those down in the comment box. If you're going to try any of these tips or you already do some of these things, let me know that down in the comment box. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and social media networks because they may be a solo female traveler as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.